So, here we are at the start of a new decade. We've finally arrived at 2020. But before we go any further, I really would like to thank the viewers that we've had over the last 6 or 7 months since we've really started getting involved in our YouTube channel here at Eden Audio. Again, I would like to thank you so much for any comments that you've made and for viewing and watching the videos that we've uploaded. It really is appreciated. So as I say, we've now moved into 2020, we've left the last decade behind, and we really have seen the evolution of the hi-fi market over the past 10 years, haven't we? Things have come and gone. Probably 10 years ago, the CD player was probably the more popular source that audiophiles used to listen to their music. But now, when we've moved forward that 10 years, CD's probably pretty much dead, isn't it? How many people are buying CD players in 2020? Not many, are there? We've seen the rise of vinyl again. People are starting to buy turntables, not in huge amounts, but nonetheless, people are still listening to and enjoying vinyl, where probably 10, 15, 20 years ago, we never ever would have dreamt the vinyl would have made a sort of comeback as it has done today. But probably one of the biggest areas where we've noticed growth, and that is streaming music. Streaming services such as Spotify, Qobuz, Tidal, Amazon HD Music, and others that have fallen by the wayside. We really have seen the popularity of these services grow over the last decade, and it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out also in the next 10 years. I think when computer audio first started out, I seem to remember that people downloaded programs onto their computer and listened to music that was on their hard drive on their computer. They would download programs such as Fubar, JRiver, who else is there? I can't think of any other names of the iTunes, Groove Music from Windows, MusicBee. The list is endless of players that you could have downloaded to listen to music that was on your hard drive on your computer, as I say. But today, do people still download these programs? Let me know in your comments down below whether or not you stream from a separate device apart from your computer, or you're still using programs that you can install on your computer and listen to music directly from your hard drive. It'll be interesting to know the balance, but in my opinion, from what I see, is that the market is definitely moving away from actually using your computer. Your personal computer, I mean, when I speak about a computer. Obviously, this equipment gear is still computers, but it's not actually your personal computer. I know me, as I say, personally speaking, I don't use my computer at all for listening to music. I use a streamer. And I think that is the way, definitely, that the hi-fi market is going to be moving ahead in the next 10 years. These products seem to become more and more advanced with each generation that comes, doesn't it? But what I've also noticed over the last 10 years is the growth of the internet. Obviously, maybe 15, 20 years ago, not that many people had internet services. But over the last 15, 10 years, everybody has now got the internet service in their home. And with the internet, I've noticed that with certain products, you get products that become very, very much hyped or become flavour of the month. Well, not so much flavour of the month, but they become flavour of the year, shall we say. I've seen it so many times with different products where everybody rushes out and wants to buy one or two particular products. It tends to be DACs for some strange reason. I don't know why, but DACs seem to get people really excited about them for a year and everybody wants this DAC. Then come a year later, that DAC has completely gone out of fashion and something else has taken its place. I don't know how these products get so much momentum behind them. I don't know if it's from a review or from a comment that someone's made on a forum or raved about them on a forum, how good they are, and it's had a sort of a snowball effect and the products gain momentum and suddenly everybody wants to go out and buy this product as it's claimed to be the best new thing that there is on the market, and all the other products everybody ignores. They're probably just as good as this hyped up product or the product of the year or product of the month. They're probably just as good, but people ignore them because they're not the product that's being talked about. It's very strange, the audio hi-fi market at times, how these things happen. As I say, I do particularly notice it, the coming and going of products There's been hundreds of products that have been very, very popular. Everybody wants to go out and buy them. Then boom! A year later, they disappeared from the scene and another product takes their place. Very, very interesting. So it's interesting to see what the next 10 years or so is going to be bringing to the audio hi-fi market. Who are going to be the big players? Who's going to be forgotten about? Very interesting. So we're all going to stay tuned for that and see how that pans out, aren't we? Also, here at Eden Audio, what's going to be happening? Well, very, very shortly, we've got some really exciting new products coming. We've got, as I mentioned before, we're still waiting for them. That's the Evolution P2s from Eden Audio. Really, really excited about giving those a listen because the other ones I've got here are absolutely fantastic sounding. I've also got coming the top of the range from Pylon Audio. That really is due in any day now. That's the Jasper 25. Really, really am excited about giving those a listen because I'm expecting big things from them. And I've heard the rest of the Pylon Audio range. I know just how good they sound. So I'm really, really looking forward to the Jasper 25s arriving here. Also, this month, we're going to be testing power supplies. Now, do linear power supplies, external power supplies, do they really make much a difference? Is it worth spending money on these power supplies? A very good question. To answer that question for myself, I've got coming from M2 Tech, their linear power supply. So I'm going to be connecting that up and I'm going to be comparing and noticing what difference that makes. And I'm also going to be having some rather exciting products from Keys' Audio. I've mentioned these before in a previous upload that I've made, but I've got coming some of their really, really highly rated power supplies. And again, I'm going to compare them and see if adding a power supply really, really does make much of a difference. So as I say, we've got a lot to look forward to in the coming year. I hope you're going to be joining me on our journey here at Eden Audio, taking a look at these products that we've got coming. I've also got coming, or we've also got coming here in England very, very shortly, the Bristol show of 2020. I'm really, really excited about that. I'm going to be making recordings of that, not recordings of the sound of the room, but just the general feeling of the products that are on exhibition at Bristol. So I hope you're going to be tuned in for that. So we look forward to seeing you all again very, very shortly. Thank you for tuning in for this latest upload we've made here at Eden Audio, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye-bye now.